Hi, I'm Joe LaMuraglia, the founder of GayWheels.com, and this is our inaugural video. We're going to be talking about the 2008 GMC Yukon Hybrid 4-wheel drive. This Yukon Hybrid is targeted to environmentally conscious people who have real-world needs like passenger capacity. It holds up to 8, and towing capacity. It can tow up to 6,000 pounds. General Motors claims that it gets up to 23 miles to the gallon in the city and 20 miles to the gallon on the highway. Those are some pretty hefty claims. After all, this is a 5,800 pound plus vehicle. 23 miles to the gallon in the city, that's in the range of a 4-cylinder Toyota Camry. I'll be very surprised if we get close to those numbers. That's in a perfect ideal travel situation. We're going to be testing this driving into New York City, and I don't know if we'll get that close. The big question is this a true hybrid or just a bunch of hype? All right, Joe, so talk to me. What are we doing?
We're driving a 2008 GMC Yukon Hybrid from Ridgefield, Connecticut to the big city, New York. This vehicle is amazing because not only can it get the same gas mileage as a Toyota Camry in the city, but it runs on potato chips and cat urine.
Seriously, what does it run on?
It runs on electric battery pack when you're going less than 25 miles an hour, and when it's on the highway it has a big old 6-liter V8 engine with active fuel management, or is that Chrysler's? Oops.
No, this is active fuel management.
I can never remember. Cylinder deactivation. So when you're zooming along at 80 miles an hour and you're not having your foot on the throttle, you only got 4 cylinders running, you're saving gas. But the potato chips are the really important part of the trip.
All right, Joe, what do we got going on here?
I am in glorious New York City, and we're here with the 2008 GMC Yukon Hybrid. This is an amazing vehicle because it's able to get the same fuel mileage as the Toyota Camry in the city. It gets about 20 miles per gallon on the highway. It's going to be a revolution for SUVs. Let me show you some of the features on this vehicle that make it different from its gasoline counterpart. If you look in here, the front fascia is completely different now. You don't get any fog lights, but you have special air inlets where the fog lights were that help cool the electrical system and the hybrid system. Different unique fascia and aluminum hood for lightweight. Come along the side here, see special low resistance rolling tires. You got special alloy wheels that are lighter than the traditional wheel.
Couple hybrid badges there too.
Yeah, it's very difficult to tell it's a hybrid, and they're very subtle, but
hybrid.
Yeah, right.
Hybrid there. What else do we have going on in the back? What's different?
Looking around here, on the interior we have lightweight seats. They're thinner, they're smaller, they allow actually more legroom, but they're lightening the vehicle. Everything is set to this vehicle to make it lighter and more aerodynamic. You see back here, on the traditional Yukon, you're going to have a more rounded D-pillar, but here they've fixed a sharp angled plastic piece that lets the air flow better. Come all the way around again, same thing in the back. Everything is set for aerodynamics. The hatch is a one-piece hatch.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, really, it's a peach hatch. Yukon, this glass hatch lid flips up and then the whole tailgate comes up. On this piece, it's all one piece again. It's a weight-saving issue. And of course, the 2-mode system.
Awesome.
I'm filming.
20.7.
We are now entering the borough of Manhattan, leaving the Bronx.
We came down the Sawmill Parkway. We're averaging 20.7.
Oh my God, what kind of mileage are you getting over there?
20.7.
That's
but
wicked
I think
awesome.
we're going to be entering Manhattan. Here's where the hybrid's really going to shine. We're going to be stuck in a lot of stop and go.
Give me a hybrid, baby.
Oh, hybrid. Here we go.
We are entering Manhattan on battery power alone.
See how long we can do it. Oh, this. So tell me about the seats, Joe.
GM has made the seats in this vehicle smaller and lighter and thinner to save weight, but that also frees up extra leg and knee room in the back seat because the seats aren't as big and bulky.
All right, so you're in pure electric mode now?
I'm in pure electric mode. At this moment, much to George Bush's chagrin, I am not using any fossil fuel whatsoever. The electric motors in the transmission are doing all the work.
See ya. There you have it. It's our first attempt at putting a video review together. Yeah, I admit it, it's a little rough, but it's, you know, our best effort so far. I just want to tell you a little bit more about the Yukon Hybrid. I was fortunate enough to spend 2 weeks in this 2008 GMC Yukon Hybrid 4-wheel drive. And I'm going to tell you right now, when I went into this, I was not a hybrid fan. The hybrids I've driven in the past, they're kind of buzzy, they make a lot of noise, they're not exactly fun to drive. And pretty much city cars, and I do a lot of road trips. So, again, not for me. I think hybrids like the Toyota Prius and, say, the Malibu hybrid, which has a partial hybrid system. Great for people that do a lot of stop-and-go driving. What impressed me and what I came away from this experience with, I was really impressed with the way General Motors was able to integrate their version of a hybrid, their two-mode hybrid, into such an amazingly large vehicle. Now, the Yukon you've seen on the road, very large, seat 7. It's a full SUV. Now, this vehicle is capable of towing 6,000 pounds. It's a rather large boat. At the end of the day, though, most people use these vehicles to shuttle people around or do a lot of stop-and-go travel. So when you're looking at a standard GMC gasoline, GMC Yukon gasoline, and they're getting maybe 8-10 miles to the gallon in the city, and as you can see, we were experiencing 20 to 23 miles to the gallon in the city. That's a big difference. The most surprising part about this experience for me was how comfortable the car was, how effortlessly it performed. And on the highway, you saw that was after hours of driving, 70 miles an hour between Nashville, Tennessee, and New York City. I got about an average of 20 to 21 miles to the gallon on the highway. Yes, there are vehicles out there that get much better highway gas mileage, but very few of those, if any of those vehicles, can carry 7 people and tow a 6,000-pound boat. So bottom line, does this car I'm looking at the price here, $56,045 for a pretty much fully loaded Yukon 4-wheel drive hybrid. Does that make sense? If you need it, if you want it, it does make sense. We pulled West Side Highway, New York City. Rather attractive guy pulls up in a very similar Yukon Hybrid black. He wanted to know where we had gotten it because he couldn't get his hands on one. There's a wait list. He was averaging 6 miles to the gallon and put over $600 worth of gasoline in his truck, I believe he said, that month. So for people like that to do a lot of driving, a lot of stop-and-go driving, hybrids make sense and eventually will pay off. This is what I'll leave you with. Most of us in the auto industry, we talk about payoff. Does a hybrid make sense? Is the $10,000 premium over a gasoline version worth it? And how long will it take you in pure gasoline savings to pay off that difference? My theory is there are a lot of you out there that want or need a larger vehicle, maybe feel a little bit better about driving such a large vehicle that says hybrid on it. And in my opinion, it says hybrid too many places, but it does say hybrid. My theory is that there are people out there that are more concerned with the month-to-month bills. So ask yourself this. Let's say you're going to finance this vehicle. You know, what are your finance payments plus your gasoline payments per month? And at what point will that make sense for you? Will your gasoline payments and car payment in a hybrid be equal to or less than if you just bought gasoline for a normal vehicle and added that to your payments? I think that there is a definite market for this. Is it going to take over the world? No. But I came away incredibly impressed with the technology, how easy it was for this vehicle to drive, and how they integrated this brand new two-mode hybrid system into such a large vehicle and got great gas mileage along the way. Thanks a lot for listening. Send us an email at editor, editor, at gaywheels.com to tell us what you thought of this video. Check out gaywheels.com, the gay-friendly automotive resource, at www.gaywheels.com. And read our reviews and tell us what you'd like to see and what you thought of our video. Thanks.